So, a pleasant day to everyone. Welcome to lesson 4.1, the idea assessment of the Entrep 11 or the entrepreneurial mind. So, as we face the final topics in this course, students must not only develop entrepreneurial mindset but we must acquire the skills in transforming business ideas into feasible ones. To do so, one should be able to appreciate the process of conducting an idea assessment as part of the business planning process. So, as an overview, this is the new business planning process. So, it all starts with the idea phase, and next is the business planning phase. Idea starts with the creation of innovative and creative ideas. So, business ideas are conducted with the idea assessment. Next is a feasibility analysis, and as we go along, we will develop a business model canvas. Then, so we could proceed to creation or crafting of business plan. So, in the future, we may need to create a business plan, especially if we will apply for funding from different agencies or banking institutions. However, in this lesson, we will be discovering how to create business model canvas or BMC in this module 4. So we will also cover the pitching of business or the launching of business. So this is the business planning process. So from the idea assessment in this lesson 4.1, we will cover the feasibility, brief description or an overview of feasibility analysis and the business model canvas for you to decide how will we come up with the best or with the feasible business ideas. So we could pitch a business. For our learning outcomes today, we must describe the process of conducting an idea assessment, and then we will discuss various sources of new venture ideas and methods for generating such. But first, let us define what is an idea assessment. Idea assessment is the process of examining a need in the market. So there must be a gap or a need in the market or in our society or community. So we could be developing a solution for that need. We will be answering that problem. Then determining the entrepreneur's ability to successfully turn the idea into a business. We have to turn these ideas into reality. So, to do so, one effective tool used to help assess ideas is the idea sketch pad. Ayan, that is the idea sketch pad. So, this is a template in brainstorming. This is a brainstorming tool which will provide you or which will help you provide or identify detailed information, to provide detailed questions for you to plan and elaborate your ideas. So an idea assessment will help you efficiently evaluate the numerous ideas that come out of the creative process before committing the time and effort to craft a business plan. Then design a business model or even conduct a feasibility analysis. So of course, after the creative process of identifying a business idea, we have to assess these ideas through this sketchpad and then create a or up to or conduct a feasibility analysis, then create or design a business model canvas. So it's a process how we first identify through creativity, and then identify an idea, and then assess the idea again, and then conduct a feasibility analysis, create or design a business model canvas. Then we can craft a business plan before we launch, no? So we will have to design a strategic plan also for that, but we will not be covering this strategic plan and business planning in this module. So our goal is to identify, the business idea that we will be pitching or that we will be launching. So through this sketch pad, as you can see, there is this overlapping circle. So we will be focusing on the circles. And at the end of this lesson, you will be creating your own map, just like this one. So uh, you may draw similar circles just like this one, and then indicate your customers, then value proposition, your offering, your core competencies, and the people. So we will be discussing each. You may write in this overlapping circles the broadest term that you can use in the people, customer, offering, your core competency, and the value proposition. And then you may write the details in separate blue boxes and green boxes. So you may design your own map or color it on your own based on your own creativity, but make sure to write the informations, the needed informations in there. Make sure to contain all the informations needed in a brief description or in a bullet form. So don't write sentences or paragraph in this map. So let's first discuss this the contents on the components of this map. First is the customer. So you will define your customer. First, who are the entrepreneur must assess who are the customers by answering basic questions about the potential users of your products or services, or the potential buyers if there are different than users, no? If buyers are potential resellers, so you have to identify each. Whom are these? Are these restaurants or households? So specifically, you have to determine or you have to identify whom are these users that you are offering the product, or how would they use the offering, how many potential customers are there. So you must identify it there. So who is the user or beneficiary? Who does the user use your offering? Who is the economic buyer or the decision maker? Why is this important? Of course, we have to identify who creates the decision making. Example, just like how Jollibee presented their products and services. At first, they are offering it, or whom are they attracting? Of course, children, because they believe that children are irresistible when they say mama, papa, Jollibee, Jabi, Jabi. So they are the first, or the people whom they are designing their products. And now, as they have changed their strategy, as you can see in their advertisements, from children they created a theme of family. So now you can see papa, grandpa eating in Jollibee in their advertisements. So next is how many buyers are there. So you have to identify it here, so you can be able to assess the potential customers or the potential demographics of your products and services. So that is in the customer, or the upper right portion of the map. Next, let's proceed to the offering. On the lower portion of the map, it is the offering. So the offering is the thing that you are offering, no? So describe your idea or the product or services that you offer. So are you offering a product, a service, or an experience, or a combination of these? So what are its key features? Is it large, hot, cold? So you have to identify it in a brief description, and make sure that you write the details of it. So describe it, and if you may, you create a sketch or an image of it if you can, or post an image of what you want to offer. So in the blue boxes, what are the type of offerings you envision? What are the name of it, the size? So you describe it there. On the green one, you may include a picture or a drawing or a sketch of it. So that is for the offering. And for the value proposition class, value proposition, you explain why your product or services will be important to the customers. Why will they buy this product or service? What is your value proposition? What do you propose? Or what are these goods and services proposing? What are the values that you offer? Why would your offering be valuable to the users or buyers? Or how does this address the need these customers currently have? Or what are the needs that are not met that this product or services could offer? So you have to write it in your value proposition. Example, if I'm offering turmeric, I may be writing it there, a healthy and organic tea. So I could be writing that as a value proposition. To continue, you could write in your core competencies the things which you have that others don't have. So does your offering include any technology or unique features that will help it differentiate from your competitors? Is it based on intellectual property that you can protect? What is the possible intellectual property that you can protect in your offering, in your product or services? What is your competitive advantage? What does you have? Or example, your competitive advantage could also be your suppliers or the technology you have that others don't have. So you can write it there in the CC part or the core competency. If you have a lot of things to say, you can write the description in the boxes and just create an arrow or make and put an arrow from the CC circle to the boxes to refer to your core competencies. Next class is people, no? So you identify the key people on the team who will launch this business, who will make this business possible. Who are the founding entrepreneurs of this venture? Do they have skills and knowledge needed to successfully turn the idea into a startup venture? Or can they attract key team members who will fill in any gaps in knowledge, skills, and experience? Whom are your key people to make this business possible? Are you connected with agencies to make this business possible, or who will provide your technology? So you can write it there. So again, this is the sketch pad or your idea sketch pad. So you may create an even more creative sketch pad. So what are the sources of the ideas that you will include here? So just choose one among these the ideas you have within your group mates. So what are the sources of ideas? Managers or entrepreneurs can try to search actively for new ideas by looking for inspirations from different sources. If these managers or these entrepreneurs are already venturing into something, they could source out externally or internally. Internally, which means from their employees or their team, their customers, or external sources, which is outside their organizations, like the lead users, the patent inventors, competitors, suppliers. So those are the external sources. Yung internal sources, again, ayan, yung nasa loob ng imong organization. It could be the customer service, the sales force. So if you are not yet venturing into a business, so these are the sources, the general sources, the possible customers, the existing products and service, the distribution channels. These channels are the means through which your business or these goods and services are delivered to your end users. So these are the distribution channels. Is it through your physical store or through online services, digital marketing? So, or through radio or TV. So That is for your distribution channels. Government, you could also search new ideas from the government. So what are the products and services that you can offer? So research and development, of course. From the research, the results from the developments of the technologies, you can search trade fairs and conventions. You can search from these. So there are few tips which you can do to source out new ideas. First, of course, you identify an important market. You determine a market and then you determine the gap or their needs. Somehow you can also create a want, or you create a need. An example, before there is no toothpaste, as I have given you this example in the past few lessons, before there is no toothpaste, but they created the need. They said that when you don't use toothpaste, you can develop bad breath, no? So that is how you create the need. You find also trends. Tip number 2, you find trends. For you to search for new ideas, you search for trends for the trends in the industry that you plan to venture in. You can also consult customers, suppliers, their customers and suppliers to find someone who knows even more about this problem that you wish to solve. You can also hold a workshop with leading figures and your own personnel. So you can do different ways to source out new ideas. Of course, what are the ideas or what are these ideas should bring? Okay, so these ideas, you must present it specifically. Uh, the ideation stimulation or stimulator checklist is a concrete example of a systematic approach of developing new ideas. So this will provide you a list of considerations that are classified according to different aspects of the product. So when we create a concept, we must identify it specifically. So, mas detailed, mas better, mas lisod siya sa dugo ng iyong specifications. So, if you create a product, make sure you identify it in its smallest details. Sayang dimensionality ba na, sa quality, order, sa time, is it louder, softer than anything, nakay baseline ba? Character, form, yung state and condition, hotter ba na siya, colder, and adaptation to new markets. You have to identify whom are your target market. Men, women, children, handicapped, foreign. So, the idea must be detailed. So, when we come up into an idea, or what are the methods in generating these new ideas? First is the focus group discussion. Then brainstorming, brainwriting, and problem-solving analysis. When you say focus group discussion, it is a method wherein you discuss in a group. So your discussion is a semi-structured one, which means your discussion is guided with a questionnaire. And then this is used to obtain in-depth information from a group of people, which yields information about your specific topic. So that is a focus group discussion. It is a semi-structured group discussion. Next is brainstorming. You can do brainstorming. Brainstorming is also done in a group, but brainstorming is not that structured. It is a group problem-solving technique which involves the spontaneous contribution of ideas from all members of the group. On the other hand, ang brainwriting naman, it is sometimes called individual brainstorming. When we say brainwriting, you quickly generate an idea by asking participants to write their ideas on a paper, or it could be online, rather than announcing them in the traditional group brainstorming session. So they just write it on paper. The problem solving, on the other hand, is the act of defining a problem, determining the cause of the problem, identifying, prioritizing, and selecting alternatives for a solution, and implementing a solution. So that is for problem solving analysis. So by the way, the difference between focus group discussion and brainstorming, usually brainstorming is done to generate ideas. It is to solve a problem. While ang focus group discussion, this is done to improve an existing idea for the need to study an existing area or a solution or process. So that's the methods for generating new venture ideas. So again, this is the new business planning process. So we will be tackling, or we have discussed the conducting an assessment, the idea assessment, and then on the next lesson we will be conducting a feasibility analysis. So we will be having a brief discussion on a feasibility analysis, and then we will develop a model so we could launch a business. So basically in this module we will be tackling more on idea phase. So for your learning task, you will work with the group which is assigned to you, and then within your group, please write 5 business ideas or business venture or a product or a service that you think you have or you may offer to a specific market, and then you list it in in the word form, and then you submit this in PDF form, So among the 5 business ideas, or among the 5 business ideas you indicated, please choose one which you will elaborate in your business models. So the title of your business idea must be the brand name or the brand that you wish to name your product or your service. Make sure this is the final product or service that you will offer, since you will also be using this in the succeeding lessons of this module. So apply the process of idea assessment using the idea sketchpad. Include an introduction that explains its relevance or significance to the society, and don't forget to indicate your section and the name of your group mates. So if you have questions and concerns, you may message me, and for your deadlines, please refer to the PowerPoint presentation. Again, Learning Task 4.1 should be submitted in PDF form in the Google Classroom. So, among your group mates, only one could submit PDF, or only one may submit the final output. So that is all for today. So for this week class, please work with your group, and we will be having our long quiz next week to be announced within your respective group chats. So thank you so much, and have a nice day, everyone.